ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Welcome to the Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. As a part of Learning Management System, we are taking classes of third semester Polytechnic students of Computer Science and Engineering branch on the subject Computer Organization with the subject code 15CS32T. In this session, we are going to discuss Unit 2, that is Machine Instructions and Programs. In that, the concept addressing modes. Before starting with the actual session, let us recap the discussion that is made in the previous session. In the previous session, we have learned so many things. Those are instruction execution, phases in instruction execution, straight line sequencing, need for branching, and condition codes. Let us discuss one by one. Instruction execution, nothing but how the instruction is executed in the processor. We are taking one example, that is C is equal to A plus B. In this example, the content of memory location A is added with the content of memory location B and the result is stored in memory location C. Next, phases in instruction execution. Here, there are two phases. First is the fetch phase. Here, the instruction is fetched from the main memory that is specified by program counter. Next is execution phase. In the execution phase, instructions in the IR is decoded to perform the actual operation. Next is straight line sequencing. Here we discussed about how the instruction is executed line by line, that is sequentially. Here it requires lot of memory space. To avoid the memory space, we go for branching. In branching, we can almost reduce the wastage of memory space. Next is condition codes. The status of the result after an arithmetic operation is represented by setting or resetting the flip-flop is called as condition codes. This condition code is also referred as flags. There are so many kinds of flags are there. For example, parity flag, overflow flag, negative flag, carry flag, etc. Now, let us look into the today's session, that is addressing mode concept. Introduction. First is addressing mode. Second, register addressing mode. Third one, absolute addressing mode. And fourth one, immediate addressing mode. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದರ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್. Different ways in which location of an operand can be specified in a instruction is called as addressing mode. If we consider one instruction that contains two fields, one is opcode field and another one is operand field. Operand may be a memory location or register or a constant value. There are so many ways to refer the operand in the instruction that is called as addressing mode. The method of finding the effective address of the operands in the instruction. Addressing mode is also to find the effective address of the operand. Effective address is also called as actual address, where we can get the operand value required for the instruction execution. There are 8 different types of addressing modes are there. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಪರೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಅಪರೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಹೀಗೆ ಯಾವ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಅಪರೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದೇನೆ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ರೀತಿಯ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ಗಳಿದೆ. ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 8 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. Different types of addressing modes. First one, register addressing mode. Second one, absolute addressing mode or direct addressing mode. Third one, immediate addressing mode. Fourth one, indirect addressing mode. Fifth one, indexed addressing mode. Sixth one, relative addressing mode. Seventh one, auto increment mode. And the last one, auto decrement mode. These are the 8 different types of addressing modes. Among these types, today's session will learn first 3 addressing modes. I hope you all understand the concept. Next, implementation of variables and constants. Variables and constants are the simplest data types that are found in computer programs. Variables and constants. First, we'll see the meaning of these two terms. Variable is nothing but a value which keep on changing with respect to the time. Constant is the value which remain same with respect to the time. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ಸು ಸಮಯಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕಂತೆ ಬದಲಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದ್ರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಆದರೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಏನಾದರೂ ಅದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಫ್ ಎನಿ ಒನ್ ಸೇಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಪೈ, ವಿ ಸಡನ್ಲಿ ಸೇ ಪೈ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 3.14 because this value is fixed, it will not change. So this is the best example for constant. In assembly language, a variable is denoted by allocating a register or a memory location to hold its value. In assembly language, variable is just used to allocate the memory location. In that memory location, we are going to store the value. To reserve a memory location, we are just giving the name, that is variable. The two addressing modes to access variables are register addressing mode and absolute addressing mode. So there are two ways to access the variable. Those are register and absolute mode. So we'll move on to the next topic, that is first addressing mode is register addressing mode. Operand will be a processor register, that is the name of the register specified in the operand field of the instruction. In this type of mode, the operand field contains a register. In that register, we can get the operand value required for the instruction execution. Example, move R1, R2. Here, move is a opcode, R1 and R2 are the operands. The content of register R1 is copied to the content of register R2. ಈ ಒಂದು ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಮೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಪರ್ಯಾಂಡು ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ. We'll take another example. Add R3, R4. Here, the content of register R3 is added with the content of register R4 and the result is stored in R4 because R3 is a source operand, R4 is a destination operand. Next, this is the diagram which shows how the register addressing mode will work. First, instruction. Instruction can be divided into two parts, opcode and operand. In operand, we are using R. R is nothing but register. So there are so many registers are there in general purpose register or register set. Those are R0, R1, R2 and R3. In operand field, we are using a register R that is point to the register R2. R2 contains the value 50. That 50 is required for the execution. Now we'll see some of the important features of register addressing mode. First one, no memory access. Here there is no memory access because we are not getting any value from the memory. We are using a register. Second, very fast execution. When we use a register, the execution will be faster. Next, very limited address space. Here, the address space is very limited because it uses less address. Next feature, multiple register helps performance. If we use more than 2 or 3 register, it helps the performance of overall execution. The last feature, register access is faster than the memory access. So this is very important. Here, if we access any data from the memory, some procedure is there. That is, first the content of BC is loaded into MAR and from MAR it will go to memory. After that, the control unit issues a read signal to the main memory. Until that, processor has to wait. That time is called as a memory access time. It requires more time. Okay, so compared to this, we can directly take the value from the register. That's why we can say register access is faster than the memory access. So these are the important features of register addressing mode. Next, we'll go to second mode, that is absolute addressing mode. It is also called as direct addressing mode. Absolute addressing mode is same as direct addressing mode because both are same, names are different. Operand will be a memory location, that is, the address of memory location is given explicitly in the instruction. In this mode, operand field must be a memory location. That memory holds the operand value. That memory location address is explicitly given in the instruction. Example, move A, R2. In this instruction, move is the opcode, A and R2 are the operands. The content of memory location A is copied to the register R2. ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪರೆಂಟ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡು ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಡೇಟಾ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎ ಒಂದು ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, R2 ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಎ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಇರೋ ಡೇಟಾ R2ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಾಪಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. We'll see the second example. Add C, D. Here C and D both are memory location. In the previous example, A is a memory location and R2 is a register. But in this example, C and D both are the memory location. So this is also one of the best example of absolute addressing mode. In this example, the content of memory location C is added with the content of memory location D and the result is stored in D because D is a destination register. I hope you all understand this concept. Let us see the example with the help of the diagram. So first is the instruction can be divided into opcode field and operand field. Here the operand field must be a memory location. So A is the address field that points to the main memory, contains a value 50. This 50 is required for the execution. Next we'll see some of the important features of absolute addressing mode. First one, single memory reference to access data. Here we require only one memory reference to fetch the data from the memory. Second, no additional calculations to find the effective address. Here we don't want to calculate the effective address because the address explicitly present in the instruction itself. Next is limited address space. It uses very less address space. So these are the important features of direct addressing mode. Next, we'll move on to immediate addressing mode. Here, the operand is specified explicitly in the instruction. So, the name itself indicates that immediate. Immediate means the value is immediately available. We need not to go anywhere like register or memory location to fetch the data. It is used to specify the value of a source operand. So this is very important because immediate value should be always present in the source place, not in the destination place. Please note down the common convention used is hash sign prefix to the operand. So hash symbol is used as a immediate addressing mode symbol for the immediate value. So we'll see in the example move hash 200 comma R0. Here the 200 is the immediate value directly available in the instruction. That value is copied to register R0. We can also represent the example in the another way like move 200 subscript immediate comma R0. So this is also same as above one, but in the above one we are using a sign hash and here we are using a subscript immediate. The working procedure is same. Okay, next we look into the some of the features of immediate addressing mode. First is it is the simplest addressing mode. So there are So many types of addressing modes are there. Compared to all the modes, this is the very easiest and simplest addressing mode. Second one, no memory reference to fetch data. Here, the value is directly available in the instruction. Hence, we need not to go any memory location or any register to fetch the operand value. Hence, the execution will be faster. Hope all of you understand the concept. Then we'll move on to the next slide, that is direct questions. Now you have got some information regarding all the three modes. Among those modes, some of the direct questions I'll ask. Let us discuss. First question, the methods by which the location of an operand is specified in an instruction are referred to as dash. The solution is addressing mode. Second question, in register addressing mode, the operand will be a dash. The answer is register. In absolute addressing mode, the operand will be a dash. The answer is memory location. Next question. Immediate addressing mode, common convention used is sign prefix to the operand. Option, ampersand symbol, hash symbol, star symbol, none of the above. The answer is hash. We'll go to the next question. Which is the simplest addressing mode? Options are register addressing, immediate addressing, direct addressing, all of the above. The solution is immediate addressing. Next question. EA stand for dash. The answer is effective address. Next question. The addressing mode where you directly specify the operand value is the options direct, immediate, register, none of the above. The solution is immediate. Move on to the next question. Which mode executes its instruction within CPU without the necessity of reference memory? The options are register addressing, immediate addressing, direct addressing, all of the above. The answer is register addressing. Next question. The two addressing modes to access variables are. The solution is absolute mode and register mode. Next question. Instruction contains dash fields. The answer is two fields, that is opcode and operand. We are the last part of this session, that is conclusion. Here we summarize what and all discussed in this session. First, we discussed on addressing mode. What is addressing mode? Addressing mode concerned with the different ways in which the location of an operand can be specified in the instruction. Next, register addressing mode. Here, the register must be used as operand. In absolute addressing mode, the operand field must be a memory location. In immediate addressing mode, we are using the direct to value in the instruction. We are need not to go to any way to search the value. It is directly available in the instruction. ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮೇನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿದೆ, ಆ ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 3 ರೀತಿಯ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ವಿವಿಧ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆಪರಾಂಡ್ ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪರಾಂಡ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪರಾಂಡ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಪರಾಂಡ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ 3 ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ನ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ, ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್, ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೋಡ್ with register addressing mode. It will be asked for 5 marks. Now, if you want any extra information regarding this, you can refer this textbook. That is Computer Organization by Carl Hamcher, Zwanko, Wranick and Sawazaki, M.C. Grahill, 5th edition.